boys. I never thought this would happen. Super weird, but maybe it's gonna happen to you one day. So I wanted to just, I have to share this. I have to share. This is crazy. Something I never ever thought would happen to me in Marvel Future Fight. I'm running out of debris, boys. Yeah. So it happened. I realized it the other day, and since then I've started taking steps to rectify this situation. But it's kind of a situation of my own making. When you go over to the materials page, you can see big numbers, right? 133,000 gear up kits, 140,000 of these, 136k, 130k, 90k, 88k, 11k even on the uniform upgrade kits. That's a lot of uniform upgrade kits, brother. 150k, like, oh man, this dude's just flexing all his shit. And then you get over to the debris, boys, the dimension debris, and it's like, huh? 18,000. That's a really low number. Are you sure about that, Alex? 18,000? Hang on, how many clear tickets? Oh, you have almost 1 million clear tickets? Oh, that's weird. Yeah. So when I caught wind of this, it was almost down under 10k. It was scary times. It was almost at 4 digits. And since then, what I've been doing, so just to clear it out off the bat, in case this ever happens to you and you don't know how to fix it, the way that you fix it is, well, one, you stop spending as many dimension debris, but you go to the dimension shop, you go to the support shop, and you buy it out. You buy it. Already been here, brother. I already did it. But yeah, you go ahead and you buy this out. You max it out. This is how much it costs. It's the same amount. I mean, you get a different amount of. I think you get 1,000 dimension debris, so you can buy 1,000 or 1,500. But it costs 3,000 tokens, so it's very, very cheap. You can farm it very easily with just, you know, what you get from, yeah, less. This is, see, the very first reward token, it gives you 2 days worth. But what's more interesting is how I reached this place. Because you're thinking, man, Alex, you've been playing for 9 years, and you've been VIP 20 for a couple of years now. You know, how the hell is everything else here in the 5 digits, right, climbing towards 1 million, essentially infinite, right? Everything else here is basically like an infinite stat, an infinite amount of gear, except for this one. Well, basically it was a 2-step process for how I screwed this up. The first step is that I was crafting, and I have been crafting for a long time, a shit ton of cards. So just every feather that I could muster has been, and Mcron Crystal for that matter, I've been feeding this into the card machine. And as you can see there, it's 20 gear up kits and 30 dimension debris. So it doesn't seem like a big difference, right? 20 versus 30. But when you hit this enough times, you can see it's almost, you know, it's 50% more right now, right? And then if we go up to this, now it's, you know, whatever. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And I was just doing that constantly. But that alone is not enough to ruin yourself. You have to combo that with another one, which is that I wasn't doing dimension missions. Remember, I've been saying in videos scattered across the timeline for the past 6 months, yeah, like I need the energy for other things like dimension rifts and like dispatch farming. So I've only been doing like 10. I've been just going in here, you know, and popping my P's, and then just doing 10 of these, and boom, I'm done, and I just get out. And that's what I've been doing for like more than a year. Just collecting, like just collecting to the first 2 rewards and stopping right here. And I thought, at the time, I thought, you know, I'm not really giving up much because I don't have this stupid contribution rewards upgrade thing. So it's usually a 1-star card from this chest, which is like whatever. Another 6,500 tokens is like whatever. I don't even spend my tokens, bro, right? I have like over 1 million tokens. You know, I never spend them. So whatever, I'm just going to get the gold and get out of here. Well, if you take a look, if we're just going to do really quickly here, we'll just do another round of 10. If you take a look at the rewards, it's a lot to parse through. It just looks like a bunch of shit, right? You have like a bunch of 1-star Uru and like a bunch of garbage. You can see some dimension debris when I use hidden tickets. Oh, there's 15 there, whatever. But if you actually scroll, look at this, 17, 18, 16, 11, 30, like this is look at that. I hit the VIP, that's 34. This shit adds up easily, right? So I just want to do some quick sad math here and see from this just random assortment. Okay, 5 plus 19 plus, what was this one? I know this is gonna take a second. Plus 12, okay, which is 36 plus 8. All right, we're gonna count this VIP one as 1, not 2, so it's 17. Assuming you don't have the VIP thing, right? And then this is 13. And then this was 11, 16, so that's 27. And then we've got 18 and 17, so that's 35. So from 10 runs there, I got 136 dimension debris. Okay, and it's actually a little bit more than that because I got whatever from the hidden ticket. I got, what is it, 20? Another 20 there. So, or sorry, 15. Okay, whatever. But we'll just say, okay, let's just say for the sake of this, let's say 150, right? Just like a flat 150 dimension debris. So I was originally doing 30 or 35 runs a day of dimension missions. And for each 10 runs, you get 150 debris on average, let's just say. And I cut that down to 10. So I was basically skipping 20 runs a day, which is basically skipping 300 debris a day. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but then you multiply it by 30, and that's 9,000. 9,000 in just 1 month, right? And if you look here, I don't have that much more than 9,000, bro. That's just 2 months of farming. That's like, I have more, like, just to put it in perspective, for how long it takes to farm, I have more carbonadium than I do dimension debris. If there was no other way to farm dimension debris, if I could not buy 1,500 of it per day in the support shop and I could only farm it from dimension missions, I would, like, it would be harder to farm than carbonadium. So I don't know if they got freaky recently with the rewards and I wasn't paying attention because I don't have the same kind of like focus and dedication in the game as I used to really like comb through every inch of every reward. Like, for example, are dimension debris still dropping from Multiverse Invasion, which is aka co-op, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, it is still, but like maybe they tweaked the numbers or whatever. I'm also making this video not just to share, you know, my screw up and so that you can avoid it, but also to sort of generally ask the question, have other players noticed that they're going down in certain items, certain like resources that they thought they would never have to worry about again? Because that's kind of concerning to me, because the devs, they're kind of slow sometimes, but then other times they play 5D chess and they tweak numbers here and there very slightly. We don't really notice, the player base doesn't notice because we're distracted. Ooh, Sentry tier 4 shiny. And then it compounds, right? It compounds. And then 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later, all the players are like, what happened, bro? Where's all my dimension debris? Shit. And now you're looking at sales in the shop and you're like, holy shit, this is so depressing. I have to buy dimension debris. Like, we're never going to let that happen, for real. So I just want to put out the feelers in case anyone else has been tracking it and has noticed a decline in dimension debris. You know, maybe you got to play more dimension missions. Maybe I need to, I mean, shit, I certainly need to go and buy that shit in the shop every day for the rest of my life. Straight up. I have to buy this out. Now, this is now like part of my routine. And to be honest with you, I made a video about this as well. For a while, this was part of my routine because I noticed a lot of uniforms were like, they were dropping so many uniforms, 5, 6 uniforms per update. And I was maxing them all out. A lot of native tier 2, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was running out of uniform, not running out necessarily, but it was starting to decline. I was basically using up a lot more than I was gaining. And you cannot farm these nearly as easily, right? They used to actually make these, and they still are a part of very expensive packs. And you're looking at it, you're like, guys, UUK, like uniform upgrade kits, are you serious? But if you go look at the ticket that they sell, right? Because they sell the uniform ticket. Look at that. 800 of them bitches, right? 400 of them bitches, you know? Yeah, like literally this pack here, this shit right here, what the hell are you buying? Like, I know it has 1,000 crystals, 1,100 crystals, so whatever, but you're buying level 5 XP chips, and you're buying, like, this is part of the sale. This is what makes the sale good. I'm not saying the sale is good, but I'm saying that they clearly have an agenda here where they're trying to bottleneck how many of these you can farm, so that if you need a shit ton of them, because it costs like almost 1,000 to I think it's 1,000 UUK almost, or something like that, to get a uniform to mythic these days. And I think I noticed that they were doing this after they jacked up the price of uniforms. Remember, uniforms used to cost 750 crystals, and then they jacked it up to 1250. I think at that point when they did that as the default, they tweaked the number of uniform upgrade kits that it cost to upgrade a uniform. I might be wrong about this, but I feel like at one point it was like 600, and then they changed it to being like 930, which is an increase of like 33%, right? So I learned my lesson many times, and it's something to keep in mind. So yeah, I mean, man, like I just want to do the math here. If I was losing out on almost 10,000 dimension debris per month, and I've been doing this shit for, let's say, 18 months, yeah, bro, like 160,000 dimension debris I missed out on. And again, if you look at the numbers, this is at 130,000. It makes sense. It tracks, right? I'm down at least like 120. It should be a little bit higher because I've been buying it up from the shop disproportionately compared to gear up kits. But I'll start running out of gear up kits as well, to be honest with you. And I know players out there, I know people watching do run out of gear up kits because they don't have a maxed out roster, right? I have the luxury of not running out of gear up kits because I was able to build characters over the 9 years that they were released. But if you come into the game, you know, 2 years ago, and you're trying to max your whole roster, you're going to burn through all your gear up kits because every character's gears, right, up to 20, they all take gear up kits. I don't think I have an opportunity to show you guys. Yeah, these don't take gear up kits anymore, but everything from 1 to 20 does take gear up kits. So 1 to 20 times 4 times 240 or whatever. That's crazy, right? I don't know if it's, I said 240 because I don't know if it's every character. Like, do the native tier 3s also take gear up kits for their gears from 5 to whatever? Maybe they do. Maybe it's all 267. But anyways, that's crazy, man. I literally never thought I would make a video ever being like, guys, I ran out of debris boys. That's just crazy. Like, we had so many of these clowns, you know what I mean? Like, we had so many of these dudes. We named our crew after it. We were literally called the debris boys because we kept multiplying. Anywho, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. And please, genuinely, hit me up if you've noticed a decline in this resource lately or in any other resource that you thought was essentially infinite. Besides, like, clear tickets, because that's just crazy. Anyways, thanks for watching. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.